Hi, I'm Master Adrian with W1 Taekwondo, and today we are taking you more towards the traditional way of the martial arts we all love and talk about a few Poomsae basics. How can you make your Poomsae forms better as a beginner? How can you create snap on your hand techniques? And how can you learn the patterns in an easier way? Today, I'm going to refer mostly to the first 8 Taegeuk's. Let's go! Firstly, let's see how can you learn the patterns in an easier way. In order to do that, you have to understand what Poomsae are. Poomsae are a traditional way of training that throughout time were brought to an art level by finessing the details and the techniques. So since they're a traditional way of training, they're like a full body workout. And whatever you do on the left side, you're gonna end up doing on the right side. And whatever you do on the right side, you're gonna do on the left side. I think that's a very easy concept to understand. Besides that, it's good to map out the form out in your head or out on a paper. For example, like the one we're using right on the screen. And as you can see, each form has these 3 lines that you have to go through left and right, and then you have the transition lines that take you from one line to second to the third line. And next, you're just gonna get back. If you are doing all the steps right, you are gonna end up where you started. If you look closely, and right now we're looking at Taegeuk Il Jang, which is form number 1, you're gonna notice that this form has 3 main lines where you go left to right, right to left, and left to right. And besides those 3 lines, you're gonna have the transition lines from one line to line 2, from line 2 to line 3, and next you go transition back to where you started, and that's how you actually end your form. You have to keep in mind that especially the first 8 Taegeuk's have the same pattern. All of them have 3 lines left to right and some transition in between. It's true that these lines are not always performed in order, so you don't always go from one line, the first line to the second line, or second to third. Sometimes you go from first to third, so like you do left and right, and next you are going to transition all the way to the third line, and you are going to finish your second line on your way back to finishing the form. And if you need all of these PDFs for forms 1 through 8, feel free to download them from the link we put in the description. Now that we've learned how to memorize the patterns in an easier way, let's look on how can you make them better. And the first thing I would like to point out is the snap. The snap makes everything look better during your form. It shows that you're strong, you have power, and you also master your techniques. So if you look at the block, 90% of them have a twisting motion. And you have to focus on that motion in order to create the snap. Of course, the snap doesn't come only from that little twisting motion that it's towards the end of your block. It comes from your hips, it comes from your full body, I would say. But the best tip I would like to give you, especially if you're a beginner, is make sure you have this twisting motion on all of your blocks. Low block have it, high blocks have it, and double knife and block, they all have that twisting motion. So whenever you start the block or the hand techniques, you're gonna have to be in a relaxed state, and towards the end of it, you want to power up and release the twist right in place. Another thing that's gonna take your forms to the next level is synchronizing your blocks, your arm techniques, with your stances. So pretty much synchronizing your arms with your legs. And this is what I mean. If I'm gonna do a back stance with a double knife and block, I try to land in the same time and not the opposite. For example, I step and I land. This is another small detail like the one with the twisting on the snap that will take your form to the next level and is gonna make you look much more professional. Now, let's review the Poomsae basics we talked about today. Firstly, you have to see how can you learn the patterns in an easier way. And in order to do that, you're gonna have to map out the form, use your imagination, and try to imagine the 3 lines that you have inside each forms. And I'm referring mostly again to the 1 through 8 Taegeuk's. And also you have to imagine the transition lines. As soon as you have those in your head, it's gonna be much easier to start doing and performing your steps. The second thing we talked about is how can you make your forms look better, and that would be through snap, creating snap on your techniques, and you have to focus on a little detail like the twisting motion in your blocks and strikes. And also the last one would be synchronizing your blocks with your stances, the landing of the blocks with your stances. Again, learning forms, sometimes it gets overwhelming and you have to take your time, and it also takes a lot of practice. And I would say the first step is memorizing the steps, and after you mapped out the form and you have it down, you start improving the details, and that's how you are gonna slowly take your form to the next level, and I'm sure everyone is gonna be happy to see you in action. Thanks for watching today. Just a reminder, in case you need the materials with the mapped out forms, check out the link in the description. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button so people like you can see us. And of course, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next episode. W1 out.